Hello, y'all. I just wanted to say hello. We're going to get started in just a second. I am just waiting to see how this goes. It looks like it's going a little bit differently. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk a bit tonight about how to start your HR career. So I'm so excited because, I normally go live anyhow, but this time I want to go live just a tad bit differently. And so we're going to talk about how you can start your HR career. I'm going to just give the first 3 tips. There are tons of ways. I've talked about them several times. I went over different ways, but I'm going to go into a bit of a deep dive on how you can literally start your HR career. So just give me just a second. I'm so sorry I don't have this all together, but what I wanted to do was to get this set up where you guys can, I can see what you guys are talking about at the same time that I'm going through this presentation. Hello, Akia, how are you? What's going on, Claudia? How are you? Uh-oh, I'm still moving stuff around, y'all. My bad. All righty. Hey, Vimal. I know you couldn't. I love you, Vimal. You are so amazing. Hello, MR. What's going on, Marlene? What do I think? Oh, Marlene, we talked about that on last night's live. So definitely look at that. I also did a video about HRCI versus SHRM. So you can definitely hear all about what I think about HRCI exams, which includes the APHR. Oh, Jasmine, I love you too. You need us some help? Oh my goodness. Wait, how in the world did we get to, how did we get here, Riley? Actually, Riley, we got 3. You might not be on my email list. We actually got 3. So tonight I'm going to keep it kind of tailored. My plan last night was to make sure that I could test it out to see to bring you guys on, but I should have done some homework for that one first, and I did not. So tonight I'm gonna go through a bit of like a presentation to tell you guys all about how to start your HR career. So tomorrow we're gonna have on a guest. Honey, don't look for this no time soon, Riley. This is going to probably be my first and last time going live 3 times in a week. As I was setting up, I was like, why did I set myself up like this? Why did I do this? What's going on, KC? Hey, Education is Key. Look, Education is Key came back with KC, Vimal, Riley. I love it, love it, love it. You tell me, Marlene. Marlene, actually, I have a free ebook on my website that goes through like step-by-step how to start your HR career. So that would also be the first steps on how to start your HR career. That's my plan, to tell you the first steps. This is my plan to help you get in there. So when you say first steps, it makes me think like, okay, I got the job and I already started. What do I do next? This is like pre-getting a job to get the HR job. Cool. I am good, Patricia. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I try. Thank you, Riley. Y'all are so sweet. I haven't been on live in a while, and I thought I would join. Oh, that's so awesome, Martha. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, y'all. So we're going to dive in to me sharing my screen so that we can go through a bit of a presentation, because I don't want to bore you guys by just talking about this like single-handedly. We're going to make this pretty constructive for y'all, because I want y'all to make sure that you get the best value from it. And so I'm going to put this in presentation mode so that we can get going. And I'm going to try to keep peeping at the comments, but when I'm going live and like I'm presenting, I really can't see anything else. So maybe I can bring it up on my phone. But again, tonight we're gonna talk all about how to start your HR career. Yay! Everybody want to know how to start. I wish I had someone to literally like tell me. I feel like I was stabbing in the dark and constantly trying to figure it out. So I want to give you guys a few steps that can help you guide you on starting your HR career. There are tons of videos on my channel. I have one dedicated for HR professionals. I have one about talent and recruiting. I have another one that tells you about perfecting your resume. I have another one with interview questions. I have another one dedicated to HR Generalist and HRBP. So like when I say playlist, like you hit it and it keeps going from video to video. So definitely check those out. But to be really honest with you, to get some good value from me where you don't have to pay for a thing. You don't have to, because usually when you start your career, your funds just aren't where it really needs to be. But it really help you to be on my email list for several reasons. First, you'll know when I'm going live. I only told the folks in my email list that I was going live. Secondly, there are tons of benefits. So you'll get email only discounts. So there are discounts for my email subscribers only that you can use at your leisure for whatever product you want to use it for. You can't use it for a service, but you definitely can use it for any of the digital products. You get early access to new products. Every time I do a new product, I make sure and I send it out to my email list first on top of a discount that does not come out on the website for anyone else. And then I have HR resources that just aren't available on my site. So when we get to the next slide, I'm gonna show y'all some of what those resources are, just a few of them, definitely not all. I even have freebies that I send out in my email list. So being on my email list is a perk in my opinion. And a lot of people have been on it for quite some time and find value into it. You can look at the live last night and see where people were constantly saying they found value in the email list. Another thing is that you get updates on the YouTube live. So when I'm about to go live, I'm going live. I send reminders, help you out, because YouTube just don't be doing its thing all the time, especially because I have such a small channel. But you also get details on my guests that are coming on whenever I bring someone on Happy Hour with Heyyy HR with me. And so Happy Hour with Heyyy HR is just me sitting down with a drink. I don't know why I brought this wine tonight, knowing that I'm gonna do all this talking and presenting, if that's what you want to call it. But we'll talk about different HR topics. We'll answer questions in the chat, things like that. Try to be really selective about who comes on my channel. So far, we've had nothing but gems, amazing people that has been on. And I have a playlist all about Happy Hour with Heyyy HR where you can see every guest I've ever had on the channel. And then you also get a little career motivation, help you through your hard times when you're on my email list. So tons of benefits, but some of the things that you're not gonna find on my website anymore, and I know you won't because I took them down, are these 3 things. So my heart and soul went into Level Up Your Career ebook. That was my first big ebook outside of my notes. And man, when I tell you, I was thinking of everything I can. I wanted to talk to you about how to start your career, how to get ready for the interview, different types of interviews. What do you do to track the applicant tracking system? What tools can you use to make your resume better? Okay, what am I going to do in this interview? How am I going to create that elevator pitch? How am I going to answer these interview questions? How am I going to find the salary that I need? What should my resume look like? Here's an anatomy of your resume. Here are some great words to put into your resume. Like, I went through everything all the way up into your first year of employment. So what does it look like during onboarding? What does it look like for pre-offer? What does it look like for offer? What does it look like for my 90-day checkup? How about 6 months? All right, here you go, a year. And so Level Up Your Career is really my baby. So I'm surprised they took it down from my website. Totally a business strategy decision because I didn't want to take it down. It's such a fruitful tool. So I figured, you know what, let me make sure it's always available for my email list. Same thing for Human Resources Career Toolkit. Now the Human Resources Career Toolkit is a slice of what you get in Level Up Your Career ebook. It's not my baby because it's just a little slice. I don't dive into anything deep. I give you like frameworks, outlooks, like how to research these companies. What's the HR career progression look like? Here's some pages where you can write some notes to go through your thoughts. You get 3 times that in Level Up Your Career ebook. And then I love the Ultimate Resume Guide. So if you get the resume review, you not only get a recorded session of me giving you a detailed review of your resume review. If you guys remember when I used to do the free resume reviews, I would probably talk about one resume for anywhere from 3, maybe 5 minutes with the resume reviews. I talk about them for specifically your resume. I go line by line, point by point, but 30 minutes, sometimes up to an hour so far is what I've been seeing. I think the lowest one I had was like 22 minutes. And then on there, you also have the option for me to go through your LinkedIn and edit your LinkedIn, audit your LinkedIn profile. So you get that with the resume review as well. And you lastly get this Ultimate Resume Guide, which is a condensed version of going through your resume as well. And so these things are only available on the email list, y'all. But I want y'all not to forget to join me tomorrow. We're going to have Greg Sebel tomorrow. I'm super excited to have him. He is a 10-year HR professional, currently working as a human resources business partner, brings tons of value to HR from his perspective with his career, working in several different organizations throughout his career. So if you're on my email list, you already heard about it on Monday. I'm going to send y'all reminders. I'm going to tell y'all a whole, bio about him on tomorrow. So look out for that email. Man, y'all set the alerts. Subscribe. You're going to enjoy this. And so now we're going to get back to what we really got on here for. Let's talk about how to start your HR career. So first, you need to start with a targeted resume. Like, let's just get that out of the way, get that done, get that here so you guys can know. Like you want to start with a targeted resume. What you want to do is you want to create bullet points that show you as an HR professional. Quit talking about all these other things y'all done. You know, I've been amazing here. Quit talking about every little bullet point. Y'all literally will talk about your daily duties. Nobody wants to hear about your daily duties. Well, people probably do want to hear about your daily duties, but let me just tell you one thing. That is not going to make you competitive against your other applicants who are doing just what I'm about to tell you to do. So you want to make sure that you're using your transferable skills. If you've never worked in HR, you worked in a third party doing HR claims, benefits, whatever. Worked in an applicant tracking system company, you work in an HRS company, you didn't really work in a designated HR department. Let me tell you something. You have transferable skills. Look at that job description. Google them words if you don't understand what they mean. Underline them, highlight them, whatever you need to do so you can dissect the job description. Get a few of the job descriptions for the position that you're looking for. If you're looking for HR generalist, if you're looking for HR business partner, whatever it is, literally print it out. Highlight the words that you're confused about. Highlight the phrases you're confused about. Underline them. Go to Google, type them in, see what it means. I have tons of videos going through quite a bit of them. And then connect the dots. Now look at your experience. Look at your current resume. Look at your current job description and start looking at how you can make it look like an HR professional one. Cool? What I want y'all to really, really do is stop putting in your day-to-day task and like how you know it, the lingo you use at your current job. You have to use the HR lingo. Otherwise, your competitors look way more amazing than you. So make sure that you make it targeted. Add the work that is related to your career path. If we work, okay, I won't talk about anybody else. Let's talk about me. Throughout my career, I've worked at Ross part-time. I've worked at MUSC when I thought I wanted to be a nurse. I've worked in a medical claims office before. I've worked at I worked in a call center. I've worked at the school district office. I've worked a ton of places. Y'all ain't gonna see none of them on my resume. And that's pre my career, right? So when I started my career, then I've worked as a guardian. I've had a side hustle as a resume writer. I've worked, let's see, where else did I work while I was doing this? Because I really got into like more side hustles when I started my career, but I've done things outside of HR. On my resume only has HR. Stop talking about everything else y'all did. Take them things off. I get it. One time you want to be a hairstylist, but that doesn't relate to HR. Take it off. I get it that you used to own your own business so that you help your husband create a business. Yep, that diverts the interviewer's mind. So let's not focus on that. Highlight yourself. The next thing I want y'all to do is make sure you highlight yourself and not the company. These people ain't hiring the company you work for or the one you worked for in the past. They're hiring you. So get ready to be selfish. Talk about yourself. Be boastful. Like, go ham on yourself. Take out these little brief sayings where y'all talk about, the company is located such and such places, had X number of employees. We always do this. We went from this revenue, this revenue. You highlighting the company. You're trying to get the job, not that company. Highlight yourself. And so, the number 2 thing, because I'm not going to go into resumes too hard because I can't tell you how pivotal that is. I have 2 different options on my website and let me go back a second so we don't be reading ahead. I have 2 options on my website, which is the resume review. I also have the career mentoring, which includes a resume review. That tells you how important the resumes are for me. And then I also have the resume templates on there. That tells you how important resumes are, right? I'm constantly talking about the resume, and I'm not a resume writer. I don't want to be one. I haven't, I don't push that out there. I don't tell you guys that's what I'm doing. Listen, I'm not in the business of writing resumes. I'm in the business of perfecting resumes, specifically for HR professionals. Resumes are important. Look at all those resume reviews I've done before. Some of those things are going to hit home for you. Some people on this live have had success from looking at those resume reviews and never even sent their resume for a review, even when I was doing them for free. You also are going to see the Perfecting Resumes playlist. There are tons of hints in it. Y'all sit down, absorb it, get your resume right. And the number one way to start your HR career is through a targeted, tailored, perfected resume. Edit it as you need to. Save it with the date so you know the old revisions. Like, really think through. Sit down and write down all of your amazing things you've done throughout your career. And include that in as a transformation from where you started and then what made you amazing on that. Now, the second thing, I know people are like, Tamika, yeah, but tell me, what company should I go for? This is what you need to do, y'all. Y'all need to have a good resume, and you need to network your behind off. Do what makes you comfortable. Introverts, I hear you. I hear you. You're screaming, you're yelling. I get it. I get it. And you're screaming and yelling to yourself because you're an introvert, right? Tamika, I don't want to do it that way. Tamika, that makes me feel uncomfortable. Tamika, the internet is the best thing. You don't really got to ever talk to people. Like, you can put whatever you want in that message. You don't have to see your facial reaction. You just got way too many resources. If you guys are on my email list, or for all of you who are on my email list, you've already seen where I sent you an email that gave you all the HR professional groups that I'm familiar with, that you can join on LinkedIn, that you can join on Facebook. I primarily gave you Facebook, one's for your certification, one's for your career. Like, join them. Go out there and network. Networking is not limited to those you see and talk to every day. Be honest with you, that's the smallest part of my network. The larger part of my network are people I've seen once or twice, people I talk to maybe once a year, every 2 or 3 years, people that I maybe only met one time at a conference. That's a larger part of my network. And that's the network that really has worked wonders for me. Yeah, a lot of people in my personal network has worked for me. There are a lot of people that are local. I talk to them through a text every once in a while. Something comes up, we reach out to each other. We do not talk every day. We do not talk every year. They make wonders happen for me. So find and become active in professional groups on any capacity, Facebook, LinkedIn. IG has some really good professional profiles to follow. So that's really good too. But you want to definitely like make yourself known, like get out there, contact these people, talk to them. And then you want to even look at people you work with in the past, people you work with now, like look at people who you actually enjoyed working with in the past in the HR department. See if they're still in HR, reach out to them. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, a simple hi, hope all is well goes a long way. That can be a text message, that can be an email, that can be a DM, that can be, I see you at the local SHRM meeting, whatever. Send these things out to folks so you can just say, hey, hope all is well. I just want you to know you're on my mind. That's it. That's it. It goes a long way. It keeps you in mind for new opportunities. Somebody said, well, what about so-and-so? You know what? Tamika reached out to me last week, and she's the only HR professional that's coming to my mind right now. That really has worked for me. That has worked for so many people in my network. And so some resources that you guys can use, again, if you're on my email list and you already got a whole detailed list, but here are some professional groups, some areas where you can find professional groups. Anywhere online, you can find tons of them online. It doesn't have to be social media. There are tons of professional groups online. There are tons that are on social media and online. There are just tons. I have the shirt on right now, HRPOC. There are a great group of folks that's primarily active on Facebook. They have a group on LinkedIn. They're not as active. They do meet every once in a while in local areas across the nation. And I don't even know, this tells you the value I've gotten from HRPOC, because now these days when I post videos and stuff and they reject them. Like if somebody asks me about something and I put a link, honey child, they make it non-visible. They making it hard for me. So I really feel connected with them. Other groups have done that too. It's sad to say the type of groups that they are, because I have other groups that never do that to me. But definitely go online. Go to any groups that are in person. Start with your local SHRM. Go to employment attorney offices, employment law attorneys offices, because I can tell you one thing for sure, tons of HR professionals in there whenever they have events, tons. Check out job boards, online and in person, at schools, at colleges. You can just check out things like Indeed, check out, the LinkedIn job board, like there are tons. Different associations. I already talked about SHRM 1,000 times. There are other ones. HRPOC has an association. African Americans for Professional HR, they have another one. There are tons. And become a member if you can. Get your company to pay for it. Don't y'all pay for these memberships. Get your company to pay for it. You aren't doing this so you can just have fun. You really doing this so that you can have connections, have resources that you're using for that company. Check out colleagues, your past coworkers, your past leaders, your current ones, your current co-workers, your current leaders, members of different professional groups, any other person you thought of as a mentor. You didn't have to sign on an agreement for them to be a mentor, but anybody that may have said, you know what, you make a great mentor. They don't have to literally sign a document and meet with you every week to be a mentor. It might not be as effective if you don't have like a working relationship with them, but there's someone that you can just pay attention to, that you can reach out to from time to time. And definitely I already told you guys all about social media, LinkedIn and Facebook. Now the number 3, now y'all ain't gonna see this on too many videos. I think I haven't gone into a deep dive on this, but I realized, speaking with my clients and everyone else and seeing comments, that this is a part where people struggle. And this is a part that brings you guys confusion. having a career strategy. Is any behavior, activity, experience that you design to help yourself meet your career goals. It's totally up to you what you want that to look like, y'all. It's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. You can make it however you want to make it. It doesn't have to be what you see your last HR director do. It doesn't have to be what your auntie did because she was an HR professional. Like, you can totally make it yourself. I have 3 or 4 cousins that I go to church with all the time, and then they all work in HR. And none of us have done our career the same. None of us. None of us have done our career the same. So it definitely is things that you want to look at to create your career strategy is what job titles do you want? Not, Tamika, what do I fit for? What do you think I should get? Tamika, what do you think I should go for next? This is what my experience is. You can do that to start it if you want, or you can sit down and say, you know what? I think I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to be this. I want to be that. I got tons of videos to tell you about different HR positions. Listen to them. What do you think you can do? What do you think you won't mind doing and doesn't annoy you every day? And then definitely don't stop there. The job title, think about what salary you want, right? So I know what I need because I already did my budget. I look at my minimum. I know what I need. Now what would I like to be? So I'll give myself as a quick example. I started my career 10 years ago, right? And I knew that no one in my immediate family had ever made 6 figures. I was like, I want to make $100,000. I just threw that out the window of where I wanted to be, right? And I said, and I want to be a HR director because I thought I had to be HR director to make 6 figures. That's what I thought. And I said, what I think I want to do is I want to be able to be comfortable in this space so I can plan for retirement and like save good money for retirement. So I want to make sure that by the time I'm 40, that's where I am. Oh, God, it's so good. Before I was 40, I met both of those goals. But it's because I manifested through my career strategy. I manifested. Don't let people tell you what you can make, what you can do. Think about what you can do yourself. And then think about the industries. Industries make a big, big difference. You can be in industries, different industries, and 2 people can have like the exact same job title and make a significant amount of money different. So think about industries. I have a video on my channel that tell you all about like different industries that really have good salaries for HR professionals. Stay focused in those areas. If salary is a big thing for you. If you're going for passion or you really want to work in nonprofit, then think about that too. And then think about the company size. You can have a company that is in the same industry, same location, everything of like maybe 100 employees. And then you can have the exact same company, different job, different company title, right? Different makeup, different CEO, but it has the same industry, same location, everything. And that person can make 3 times more than this person. They got the same title. So you guys want to think through what works for you. Salary ranges, salary spans, they change according to these factors. And then think through your knowledge, your skills, and your experience. What do I know? What skills do I have? What experience do I have that can help me create my strategy on what I want to do in my career? Because this is going to make you happy now. And then lastly is your emotional desire. What brings me happiness? What brings me clarity? What brings me peace? What brings me joy? What brings me solitude? What brings me all these intrinsic values that brings me positivity? Think through that. Because I can tell you one thing, I don't never want to touch payroll. It brings me angst. It makes me nervous. It makes me a little panicky. It makes me jittery. I don't want to do payroll. So I know I don't ever want a position that includes payroll. Think through those things, y'all. All of those things are super duper important. And so additional aspects of your career strategy, obviously, is clarity. This is where you identify your career field and your industry. But you learn what you want to do and what you can do. Forget the job description. Forget the who interviewed. Forget what they said, y'all. Think through what I want to do. What is it I want to do? What is it that I can do? Like, what do I have the ability to do? Because as soon as you identify that, you know how to correct your transferable skills to your career success. Because now you know what you can do and what you want to do. Now, how can I equate that into HR? How can I make that into an HR generalist? How can I make that into an HR business partner? Okay, so these are the areas I need to work on so I can get there. Think through your soft skills. There's so many times that we have soft skills that we use and you want to improve those soft skills. So I told you I have a video that's coming on how you can write better. You want to think about how you talk. How do you pitch different things? When you're when you're doing new hire orientation, when you're doing a presentation before the company, when you're doing a manager training, whatever, you want to think about how do I come off in my soft skills? Do I use my hand a lot like Tamika? Do I smile while I talk? Do I get nervous? Am I timid? Like, think through those, because you have to challenge yourself through those, because you need those to grow as you grow your career. Definitely when you start your career. And then think through your knowledge. Take the skills not only that you went to college with, like that ain't all y'all know. Y'all get so worried about these degrees, honey, child. It's so much I knew before I stepped in anybody's college. And I'm not discrediting that. There's so much that I like to do on the weekends. I worked for my church for 8 years doing their finances. You think I use none of them skills in my full-time career? And vice versa. I'm not going to not put that on my resume. I'm going to think through how I did that. Yeah, I didn't put that job on my resume, but I thought through, you know what? I have been really good at doing financial reports on a monthly basis and talking with the pastor and all these other people and our leaders on what our finances look like, blah, blah, blah. And I did that in my career too. How did I do that in my career? Who did I talk to? What did I do? Like, connect the dots on things that you were taught, the things that you taught yourself. And also think through the ones that you gain as you continue to grow your career, as you continue to start your career, or even before you start your career. And use those in your day-to-day duties in your career too. And talk to them in your interview, talk to them in your resume. And then, y'all, I already told y'all last night, we can go have a whole session where we talk about personal brand. That's my plan. I really want to talk about personal brand, because getting to know your mindset and how you speak to others and the type of professional that you are and the type of work that you produce is so huge. Like, man, it's nice. Your personal brand is what makes people talk about you in rooms where you're not there. It's your personal brand. People be like, oh, she's so smart. Oh, she's so nice. Oh, she knows all the answers. Oh, she's great at finding the answers. Oh, make your personal brand. So we made that really, really quick. I wanted to remind y'all that you definitely, if you're not already, then join my email list. It's going to be an amazing thing for you. My plan is to continue to make it amazing, continue to grow it, continue to make it just perfected. I listen to all your feedback so that I can channel that into resources through my email list absolutely for free. And then again, tomorrow we're going to have Greg Sebel on tomorrow at 7 p.m. So set your alerts. So you want to subscribe, you want to get on the email list, you want to do all the things so you don't forget that you're going to join us tomorrow too. Because listen, Riley already told y'all I went live 3 times this week. We don't know when that's going to happen again now. We don't know when that's going to happen again. But I wanted to see if any of you guys had questions. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and look in the chat. I got a feeling y'all might be talking to me and I'm not even knowing. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Let's see what is going on in the chat. All righty. I'm trying to catch up, y'all. I'm just trying to catch up. I'm good. Alrighty. Happy Wednesday, Michelle. Oh, Marlene, that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. You got it. Education is key. And you know what? I'm trying to do my thing. I just, all I can do is take the horse to the water. I can't make him drink, honey. I can't make him drink. Thank you so much, Riley. I appreciate that. Yeah, you got to get that algorithm, honey. Algorithming. Hello, Nessa. No, it'll be 7 p.m. Eastern time, Elena. Eastern time. Yeah. You're testing for an HR specialist job on Friday. What kind of test they giving you for an HR specialist job? I want to hear all about this. Child, everybody trying to come up with a test. That just sounds crazy to me. You're testing for HR specialist job? What kind of test they gonna give you? They expect your job to be the same every day. People are creating tests for no reason. Yeah. Y'all look at what Riley dropping nothing but bomb gems in here. I know he hitting y'all over the head. Like, keep killing it. He is telling y'all what to do now. He telling y'all what to do. Y'all ain't paying no attention. Y'all gonna have to pay attention. Let's see here. I'm so happy you caught the live too. Podcasting Bay. I love it. Alrighty. Yep. Look at what Riley's saying, y'all. Make note of it. I'm gonna try to catch up with the comments. I know that's right, Akia. Listen, manifest it, baby. Manifest it. I manifested that I was going to be a HR director. Crazy thing is, I didn't manifest the fact that I wasn't going to like it, but I manifested my way through my career. So happy you did. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. A 2-hour test. Child, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't know about that one. If I just, I ain't know. Somebody give me a 2-hour test, honey. I might be out. Can we talk about the salary before I do this test? Judy, you're gonna have to really, really stretch yourself. Where are you checking for these HR positions? Where are you finding them? Because you're telling me they're tough to come by, right? So I want to know, where are you finding them? And kind of rewind. Maybe you jump on late. I went through some ways you can find that this works for you. And what works for you. And sometimes you don't know until you start. Like, I totally thought I never wanted to do recruiting in my life. I thought that I never wanted to touch payroll in my life. When I first touched recruiting, loved it. I loved it. It was an energy drain for me because I'm an extrovert. So that's why I didn't want to keep doing it. But I don't mind recruiting now. I just For me, it isn't the job of recruiting of what I want to do. For me, it's, is this company going to make me feel like I'm giving transparent information to candidates? I don't want to lie. At the end of the day, I'm not lying for nobody. I can take myself to hell. I don't need a company to take me there, because some companies will make you like, oh, you have to let them know this and let them know that and make it sound amazing. Child, please. You get there, you ain't even happy. So why you want me to tell these people I'm happy and this is a great place to work, and when it's really not? So I look at things that satisfy me when I choose to do recruiting. Is this a company I'm proud of? Is one that's really working well? You know, this type of thing. Riley is the MVP. Oh, thank you, Vimal. Yeah, Riley dropping them, honey. Tell them, Riley. They ain't need to know you've been to all them colleges. Okay. Just tell them where you got the degree from. Oh, we appreciate it though, Riley. That's more than tidbits. Mm-mm-mm. So why is it a step back, MR? Why is it a step back? What? Tell me what y'all think is a step back. Because you're saying you're starting your career, right? But in a school district, what makes it a step back? Are you taking low money, like less money? Do you feel like you had a higher title and an HR assistant is less? The benefits suck. Like, what is it that makes it a step back? Who, Patricia? Am I hiring? No, baby. No, not in any HR roles. I mean, I'm not hiring, period. Not for Hey HR. And on my full-time job, we're not hiring. So yeah. HR and the Army to civilian HR. Do you know anyone who has had? Yeah, I had a few clients. The resume reviews that took me the longest were ones that were all military. So yeah, a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it. It's a different transition. So it's not going to be the same as you did in the military now, Nate. When you do HR in the civilian world, you're not talking about orders and transfers and retirement packages and title changes and certifications all day. No, 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 that's not what you're talking about. You're primarily going to talk about payroll and benefits and workers' comp and FMLA and payroll changes and open enrollment and employee relations and learning and development and training and even quality. Like, and you're going to talk about onboarding. You're going to onboard that employee. You're going to tell them all about the benefits and teach them all about it. You're going to be a resource for them, that type of thing. Well, Judy, that's why it's slim, baby. You only checking one resource. So y'all, Judy, I need a drink on you. Talk about, it's hard to find an HR job. First of all, I find majority of my jobs in Indeed. When I used to send them out on the email list, when I'm looking for myself, when I'm looking for a client, when I'm looking for somebody else, like, Indeed is fire. But give me 2 seconds because I got to catch up to you. Child, they hard to come by, but she only checking one resource. Lord, I got the career mentoring on the site. Y'all refuse to take it. Judy, listen. You want to sit down and think everywhere you can find a job. Indeed isn't the only one. You still have ZipRecruiter. You still have LinkedIn, where you can log in there and set up job alerts to come to your email. You still have companies that offer alerts. If you apply to one job, they send you emails on updated or new HR jobs coming in the future. So you want to think about it like, what companies have you had great interactions with and you absolutely love? I love Bank of America. From time to time, I check their site to see if they got an HR business partner position open because I like banking with them. I really, really like Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I'm not gonna work down at a location because I just don't think a location can satisfy my salary. But I definitely want to see what corporate look like every once in a while. I love Target. Yeah, if you can get me in corporate, like I'm probably not gonna work for a location. I'm not gonna work for a region. But if you can get me in a remote position, yeah, I would definitely work there. Think through what you enjoy, what you like. Um, I like Google and Facebook, but they just did a bunch of layoffs. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off on them. But when the tech company get back up, shit, I'm be checking their site every once in a while too. Go around and check more than one resource, and then tell me if it's slim. Patricia, your resume ain't right. That's why you're getting rejected. You don't have your resume catered for HR professional. Are you making it to interview? Because if you're making it to interview, then your resume is right. Your interview skills suck. And I shouldn't see that. I see that's why I shouldn't be drinking online. I come out the wrong way. But your interviewing skills can be improved. There are areas there that you can work on. Some of the things that I teach my clients is to work on using the PAR method to answer questions where they talk about the problem, the action, and the result. Another thing that I do is I tell my clients how to introduce themselves when people ask the question of like, you know, tell me about yourself. No, you ain't talking about the dogs, the husband, the cat, the fact that you just had a baby 2 years ago and they driving you crazy around the house. Nope, you're not talking about that. You're gonna definitely do an elevator pitch. That's what I teach my clients how to do an elevator pitch. As if you're in the elevator and selling yourself to the person that's in the elevator with you, and you only got 5 seconds. Walk through it, run through it. How you gonna get it? Slam dunk it. Not only do those methods help you with the interview, they also help you direct the interview. It's almost like you create the questions for yourself because you catch them off guard and then they'd be like, I can't tell you how many times I've done an interview and I've had like the interviewer say to me, hold on, ignore these questions for a second. I just want to ask you this. So many times, catch them off guard. Do you have any tips for being more confident in the skills that I have and what I learned so that it shows while I'm doing job interviews? Well, Vanessa, it comes with a little bit of practice. So I just talked about the elevator pitch. Create your elevator pitch on what makes you introduce yourself well. What are the things that you enjoy? What are the things that you really like? You know, every time I do an interview, I have always said for years that my elevator pitch is roughly this, right? I change it. What I'm an extrovert who really feels like energy and stuff like that. So I may change it depending on who the interviewer is and what kind of energy they've given me and how we've kind of started in that welcome or opening or that introduction. So what I will tell you is that I create an elevator pitch, and most times my elevator pitch is, you know, I worked in HR for the last 10 years. I've worked in every position from HR assistant to HR director. I touched consulting for a little while, but now I'm a global HR business partner. I definitely touch every aspect of HR for the entire employee life cycle. The only things that I've never touched was payroll. I previously thought that I would never touch recruiting until I started recruiting for an organization and did a really good job at it and really, really enjoyed it. I've learned that recruiting just may be for me. The only problem is that I want to make sure that I have a connection with the company. So I will tell you that in my 10 years of working in HR, I absolutely love HR. I will do all things except payroll. That normally lands into people being like, what makes you hate payroll? So what is it about that you didn't like? Or, oh man, you've done everything. What are the things you really, really like? And then I go into my PAR method, right? So I'm going to say, well, there are tons that I've liked, but I will tell you that there are times that I've seen, and I'll dive into a problem. So, right. So one of the problems that I go into is I'll say, I love everything about HR. But man, I tell you, some things that throw me off is that I went to this organization. They didn't have a recruiting strategy. We would post a job and get like maybe 5 candidates. And then we would do one interview and we pick somebody out that 5. And 9 times out of 10, it wasn't a good culture fit. It didn't work out. Attrition was kind of weird in different aspects. And the team never knew who was coming on board. So my CEO and I partnered together and we created an aggressive recruiting strategy. We went from posting to just our website to posting to 19 different job boards. And we went from getting 5 candidates to getting 500 candidates per position. We changed it from a 1-step interview process to a 3 or 4-step interview process. And from there, our attrition decreased and so did our retention increased. I didn't hit the problem. I didn't hit the action. I didn't hit the result. I told them what the problem was. We had a sucky ass recruitment. We weren't getting good people. They were leaving. They were quitting. So I told them everything I did. I increased the number of places I post job positions. I increased the number of applicants. I changed the interviewing strategy. And as a result, people stayed. They loved it. They stayed even longer than what the average was that they were staying before. So you have to think through that, get comfortable, look in the mirror, just pick like 3 to 5 different PAR scenarios that you're going to talk about, because you can pick some overall ones that's really going to cover any type of question people will throw at you. If they talk about your best scenario, worst case scenario, whatever. Sometimes you can give an answer so quick, so good that they'll forget what the hell the question was. They're so excited about your answer. So think through your PAR methods, like 3 to 5 of them, practice them in front of a mirror, practice them in front of a friend, and also think through your elevator pitch. Long before you even get scheduled for an interview. Don't wait till you get scheduled for the interview, then try to practice that stuff. Nah, practice that stuff before you even got the interview. While you're searching, while you job searching. You are so welcome, Lyndon. Thank you for the gems you dropped, Tamika. I've worked unemployment benefits for state government for 12 years. Girl, you should be ready. Y'all be marrying these companies. I don't know how else to say it. First of all, that's so redundant, so transactional. Everybody that comes in there normally isn't really happy. So yeah, get on out of there. I'm just trying to say education. I'm just trying to say them companies ain't taking me nowhere. All right. Oh, Emily, you can't let them hurt you. Emily, you're not on my email list. I told you how I've gone from crying to those things to laughing at them. Don't be letting them things take your day down. It's not bad if you add your GPA, but does it really add value? I will say this: if you got a good GPA, go ahead and add it. But if your GPA is like mine when I got out of college at 2.02, don't add it. Because when I got an undergrad, it was rough. I was literally having such a hard time. So my graduate degree is really good. 3.64. Do I post it? No. Do I put it on my resume? No. I want to talk about my transformations. I want to talk about how amazing I am, not what I did back when I was in school. See, Emily, thank you, Emily. MR talking bad about the job, and that's your dream job. See, y'all got to stop it around here. Yes, less benefits, easy, less pay. But I also saw your video where you had to take a step back and pay, but took it now. I'm excited for the potential growth. Oh, good. So you saw that video, but you didn't see my email. So you saw my video where I talked about where I took a step back and paid to start my career, right? Which is great. That's good stuff. Child, I never thought I'd do it, but I did it because that was how passionate I was about starting my career. But what you got to do is jump on my email list where I tell you in the first 7 years of my career exactly how much I made and what position title it was and what year I had that position. Just tossing it out there. My email list get pretty juicy. Sometimes I'd be like, dang, girl, I don't know if you should be sending us out. It's evidence. And y'all, once you work in HR, you don't feel comfortable sending out that stuff. Now I wouldn't send like my last job or my current job or the job before that, but I gave a pretty good history. Judy, that's for me. Cause yeah, if I get too many red flags, I'm gonna pull out the interview process. I'm pulling out for sure. Oh, Emily, you should see me in LinkedIn. Girl, I stay connected with people I don't even know. I don't even know how to pronounce the name. What I do is I do a search. So definitely get the ebook on my website on how to start your HR career. Because what I'll do is I'll do a search in LinkedIn, and I might do a search for HR Generalist. I might do a search for HR Business Partner. I might do a search for VP of HR Director. And then everybody that comes up in there, I might look at the company they work at. Where did they work in the past? Oh, this sounds interesting. Did they have a lengthy career? Did they have a short career? Are they posting on a regular? Do I just like their picture? Oh, she looks beautiful. Oh, he's handsome. I connect on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the easiest place. But I tell you on Facebook to get in HR groups, because when you get on HR groups, like now you're just exposed to 60,000 people who all work in HR. And so you'll start seeing what they're commenting. They'll comment back to you. You'll comment back to them. Bam, you networking. You can just slide in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all got a job? They can put something up that you like, and you can send them your resume and keep it going. See, Danny, y'all get focused on the fact that y'all in school and y'all working on certification. What them bullet points look like on that resume? Focus on that. Yep, Lithonia, let me tell you, All you gotta do is set up for the alerts. I still get some that I really don't even care about no more. The wine kicking in. I joined the video later. There are no credentials that's required. Actually, every company has their own credentials that they require. Some of them could care less. Some of them put them on there because it goes with the salary that they really want to aim for. They want to give somebody a comfortable salary. Like, you don't need a particular credential in order to start your career in HR. I just went over a whole presentation. I get it. You start late. My bad. You got to hit replay and watch the beginning. I ain't talking nothing about credentials. Nothing. I mean, I would go ahead and work on that certification, but honestly, I would probably, if I'm not working in HR right now, and I know I want to be certified, I know I want a degree, I would go for any company, any position that's going to have education reimbursement. Look at how long I got to stay there for them to give me this money. If it's 6 months or a year, bam, I'm in. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to do HR for your company and make you super excited to pay for my education. And once I already get that degree, get your money a year before, and I work there and I'm working on that degree, I'm out. Like, have a company pay for that. And I personally would do that for, one out of the two, and then find my HR position using my resume, a catered resume, tailor that resume. Y'all can get these jobs with a resume and network, but get that job and then let that company pay for everything else that you're looking for. You're welcome, Judy. No, don't be on the floor of them all. You're a trip. Oh, Patricia's on my website, heyyhr.com, and go to the work with me page. Yep. Oh man, Riley, I kill him on that's the place I would kill him. I don't kill him on LinkedIn because I'm pretty happy where I am now. So I'm not job searching. Like, it's no big deal for me right now. But yeah. Riley hitting on it. Goddamn, Patricia, you got to work on the interview, baby. You got to work on the interview. But I do work on that in career mentoring. All you have to do is put that into your intake form, and we can definitely work through that. Yeah. Interviews are rough. Thanks, Jamal. And talent, some of the interview questions you may look for are like, where they're trying to, I won't say exactly what the questions are because I want to hit on what it is that they'll look for. They want to look for like, what type of tools do you look to source? Have you used to source for candidates? They want to know, what have you been able to do with your time to fill percentages? Like, how have you decreased those over time? How did you track EEOC, and how did you make sure that your candidate pool was diverse? What do your interview rounds look like, and how do you educate your managers on interviewing techniques and things like that? Did you use any AI tools to help you out with sourcing, and what were the tools, and how did you decide on which tool to use? Talent, it can be, well, hold on. Sorry, sincerely, peace. I went on talent acquisition. You're talking about talent development. So talent development, they probably want to know, what are some talent development? They probably want to know, like, what are some training, like programs you've created, and what you use to create them? What type of people did you train? What were the things that you were looking for, your target points, your OKRs? Are you maybe even like, how do you use SWOT analysis to help you in that training? What type of people did you train? How long did you train them for? What tools did you use to train them? That type of thing. Oh, Aaron, look at you in here. You're so sweet. You're so welcome, Patricia. Yeah, Shannon, got to work on it. Get in front of the camera, like get in front of the mirror and just look at yourself. Like, just talk to yourself like you're in an interview. I know that's like such an extrovert thing to say. I don't really know an introvert way to do that, but yeah, definitely do that. We have phones now, so get like a podcast stand, like the phone stand, and like record yourself answering interview questions and see what you did, right? Another thing is, get in an HR POC and drop that as a question. Like, how do you guys suggest that I do my interviewing better? Now, I'm giving you all these resources because I don't want to look selfish, but honestly, if you do career mentoring, we walk through that. Oh, Danny, completely up to you. Completely up to you. How long do you want to stay in the company? Man, completely up to you. You love it, rock out for life. They get on your nerve, get the hell up out there in, 6 months or a year. Like, totally up to you. Totally up to you. It's no timeline on how long you stay with the company. It's totally up to you. They might have amazing benefits, and you're like, listen, I can chill here. They might have great home like home work life balance. Um, oh, good. Yay, MR. Yay, I love it. You wasn't talking bad about what? I didn't take anything bad. You're good. I don't remember anything you could have said. Good, Aaron. Aaron been trooping for a while, just like education is key. Um, I'm gonna keep it coming, Linda. That's my plan. That's my plan. Oh Lord, Lyndon, the profile tragic. You know what though, Lyndon? I just added this over the weekend. I literally just added this to my website over the weekend. So all y'all can go get it because probably nobody has it. I just added a LinkedIn checklist. You're gonna like that. If your LinkedIn is tragic, it's a nice little checklist to make you go through different things on your LinkedIn profile. Grab it. It's absolutely free. It's right at the top of my website, like right under my little introduction and me sitting in the chair. Like go right down there. Bam, freebies. Grab that. That'll help you with your LinkedIn profile. No, don't, Danny. You ain't gonna never make the resume perfect, baby. You can always think about something else to add. Yeah, you can always change it. So that's why you change it you save it with the date and the job title that you're aiming for. Look at using variations. Like some of them you might make really tough and some you might not. So like, don't feel bad because you be changing it. It is what it is. Yes. Riley, I feel like I feel like a robot. Like I say these things over and over because I say that all the time. Thank you, Riley. Riley is absolutely right. That's my number one thing to tell you. Connect with these recruiters. Connect with talent acquisition professionals. Connect with HR directors because they're probably the hiring manager. Like connect with talent acquisition managers. Connect with HR business partners. Like they're probably the people who are hiring as the hiring manager. Connect with them. You don't have to know them, but if they work for a company you want to work for, connect with them. If you go ahead and find them, you can easily look on LinkedIn and see the last time they post. Did they post jobs on a regular basis? That's somebody you will connect with because they always post on HR jobs. Like, yeah. Okay, Judy, what's my red flags for an entry level position like HR? Well, I ain't got no red flags because I ain't planning on staying there long. There are no red flags. You can totally treat me like shit for 6 months or a year. Like, I'm okay with getting beaten up for a little while because my plan is not to stay. I'm not. I'm only starting my career. You asking the wrong person. Maybe Riley has a better answer to that because I really don't have red flags. I'm already looking for lower pay. I'm already looking not to be here long. This is a footstep so that I can grow my career. They're not expecting me to be there long. Like there are no red flags. I would sit there, learn, consume. If they're not gonna let me learn and consume and I feel like I'm bored all day, then do exactly what I did as an HR assistant and go teach yourself. Because my HR director, she wasn't really invested in the HR. So I went and learned myself. I attended SHRM meetings. I got online and attended different lunch and learns. I went on to different employment law websites and just poked around and got on their email list. Like I went to HR executive and signed up for their magazine and read their articles. Like I just said, it looked like I'm just Googling. I wasn't ever watching Netflix and chilling while I was at work. Excuse me. I was nonstop consuming HR for 8 hours out of the day. Some days she had me doing something and some days she didn't. Cool. Days she had me doing that and I was learning. Yeah, so I don't really have any red flags for that. Um, yeah, see Martha, there you go. There you go. Like get them companies to pay for them things, man. Alrighty, let me hurry up because I'd be thinking I caught up and I'm not. Okay. Wow, Martinez, that's what's up. You just did that just to test the waters, and my resume kit help you get interviews in 2 days. That's what's up. That's what's up. See, look at it. You ain't even looking. That's a blessing. Girl, I got to stay employed. I got to keep some revenue coming in. How about that? Not only because I need to pay the bills and it's just me in here, but also because I got some goals I want to knock out. Amber, the degree doesn't matter. I just wouldn't put the degree on my resume and tune my resume into an HR professional. Like make it look like an HR professional and apply. If you worry about your degree, actually, I wouldn't even take my degree off. I would just put my degree at the bottom. I wouldn't take it off. I just put it at the bottom. Put it at the bottom. Riley is y'all. I just love the fact that Riley quit that other job. Okay, let me stop on the man business update. I just saw him do his update on LinkedIn that he got a new job. But I just want to say I'm so happy he did because when he was working in that startup, we get him the last 10 minutes of the live. Look at all these gems he dropped last night and tonight. See how work-life balance worked for you? All right, y'all, we all done for the night. I did an hour, killed it. We getting off. If y'all had a good time with me tonight, put a 1 in there. But if you like Tamika, that's all right. But I really like last night better, then put a 2. Please. Just wondering what y'all think. And another thing for me, that I sure would love if y'all do for me. Because Riley said it at the beginning, and some of y'all came on late. Could y'all please do me a huge favor and hit that like button so that YouTube can know y'all like this? Because let me tell you what YouTube do, right? I have over 6,000 subscribers, right? Almost at 7,000, right? When you guys come on live with me, or you like don't watch all of my videos, then what YouTube says is like, you know what? Really, only 500 people like her videos. So YouTube only sends alerts out to 500 people that are subscribed to my channel. And then YouTube might wait a day or two before they send it to like another 500. That's what I'm asking you guys. And that's what any YouTuber is asking you when they say, please hit the like button, please share, please subscribe, all that stuff. Because now it tells YouTube to go from sending it to 1,000, from 500 people to 1,000 people. Okay, now I'm gonna send it to 2,000 people. My channel got to be super dumb and active for it to say, okay, I'm gonna send these alerts to all 6,700 and whatever people. Cool. Yeah, I had a great time too. I'm so happy y'all enjoyed this. Yeah. Why Riley just dropping the gems? I'm scared to even stop the thing because Riley having such a good time in the chat. But I'm so happy y'all are here. I'm so happy that y'all are enjoying this. I'm so happy that everyone is like, this is telling me it's worth it. I thought I was doing like roadkill by going live again. But don't forget, we're going to go live tomorrow. We're going to bring Greg on with us. Y'all going to love that. That man is just, it's good to hear from somebody that works in HR. And like, he'll be yet another great person to connect with on LinkedIn, and things like that. So just know, thank you so much for liking it. I appreciate it. Everybody, please hit that like button. But what we're going to do is we're going to get on up out of here. And I just want y'all to know that I'm excited to be on tomorrow night. I'm excited to talk about a new topic. Y'all showing up and being on here with me tells me like, you know what, Mika, it is worth it. Sometimes I'd be thinking like, ain't nobody gonna come on. I'm gonna have like 5 people. Like I'm totally wasting time. But when y'all come on and y'all show out in the chat like this, man, this tells me, all right, what else can we do to feed the people? What can we do to feed the people? I want y'all to look out for new videos next week. This week we did a bunch of lives, so there's no videos. But next week we're gonna definitely hit on some videos. I'm gonna change up my strategy a little bit because I'm feeling a little burnt. My job is taking a lot from me. So y'all get ready. We're gonna do 1 video every week now, starting on Tuesdays, and we're gonna do a new blog on Thursdays. So it'll be a blog and a YouTube video. And sometimes that might be a YouTube video and me go live because I want to try to go live at least once a month again. Y'all remember we used to do that. So we're going to get back on that where we try to go at least once a month. If y'all keep showing up, we'll keep coming once a month. Y'all stop showing up or coming few and fewer numbers, then we'll make it even less and give us another few breaks because I feel like y'all miss me when I'm going. The absence makes love is fonder. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I need to give y'all a little bit of absence. But anyhow, I had a good night. Y'all have a good night too. Thank y'all so much for the support.